In today's tough business environment, you need more than just a great idea. You need a game plan. With celebrity business expert Kevin Harrington, top American entrepreneur and king of the infomercial. Hosted by Vonna Bell Sherman. With entrepreneur guest Antoinette Suchinko of AuthenticAlert. Watch as up-and-coming and established entrepreneurs give their pitch to our celebrity experts and get their game plan to take their business to the next level.
Welcome to Game Plan, where the pros show the entrepreneurs how to take their businesses to the next level, step by step. And today's episode is brought to you right here at the Innisbrook Spa and Resort in Palm Harbor, Florida. And it is beautiful. If you have a chance to visit, you should. It's been a lovely experience. And speaking of lovely, my co-host is very lovely. All right, he's handsome. We'll keep that. But you'll know him from Shark Tank, and he is known as the king of infomercials. His name is Kevin Harrington. Welcome, Kevin.
Vonna Bell, it's great to be here. What a great introduction. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, and it's all true.
Yeah. I love, it's true about Innisbrook, and you know, they play PGA golf here on a regular basis every year, and they won't let me on the course during that, okay, because I'm a spectator. I'm normally, when I'm playing, I'm kind of in the woods a lot. So anyway, it's great to be here today. Sunny Florida.
Do they say the woods and the sand? Like if you go in the sand, is that bad too?
Yes. Oh yeah.
It is.
I can't have a tough time getting out of the sand.
Bad. We'll get out of the sand and into something spectacular. And the spectacular item is the AuthenticAlert app. It's a very special app, very specially designed, and we actually have a very special woman here to explain it to us. Her name is Antoinette. Hi.
Hi, such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So now this is special, and
thank you.
And there's like apps within apps. So please go ahead and tell us what AuthenticAlert is all about.
Okay. Yeah. Well, AuthenticAlert is it's a special application. It is one application, but it has subcategories under it.
It's a mobile app, right?
It's a mobile app. Yes, it is specially developed for smart devices.
Great.
And it is going to cover a large gamut of alerts that I feel, and our developer and the CEO feel, that it will enhance the lives of almost everyone in the world and be very effective. It can save lives. It can be very effective in many different ways. So we're very excited about it.
Okay.
And
what are some of the categories? Tell me the categories, and then tell me what each of the categories do.
Okay, well, the first category that we're very excited about is called StatAlert.
Okay.
And StatAlert it's an emergency type of an alert. Let's say, for example, there's a lost pet or a lost person. It's not the kind of emergency that you would call 911 on, but you're frantic and you're upset. So how that would work is you would have a photo that's already been pre-approved by our intake center, or you can take a photo of your pet or the lost person, or get a photo.
Right.
Submit it to the intake center. Now, everything has to be approved prior to anything going out to the public. And the intake center approves it. They authenticate it, so it's 100% verified.
Right.
Nothing will go out that's inappropriate or not true.
Right.
And so then those persons that have the application downloaded in their smart device will get, on a locked screen, they will get an alert. Please look out for, and the photo will be there.
It's like a push notification. It'll come through their mobile phone, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Now,
website.
only people that have this app loaded and that are within a certain radius will get this alert. So, for example, let's say there's a pet that's missing in California, Los Angeles. Someone in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania will not get this alert.
Okay, that's
so
good.
it's completely controlled for the radius involved as far as the application is concerned. So, let's say someone's elderly parent or grandparent wanders off, and it's frantic. So it's an emergency situation, but you don't want to call 911 right away, right? So
because maybe you could find them around the corner instead of miles away, right? Go
ahead. Exactly. So the application would go to the call center or the intake center. They would approve it, and then it would be pushed to all of the persons that have this application loaded in their smart device.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking, in a neighborhood, if you got this mobile app, you downloaded it, right?
Correct.
Right,
Yes.
right from you guys.
And it's a free application.
It's a free app.
Free app.
Great.
Yep.
You might encourage your neighbors to also download the app, because now you can have sort of a neighborhood alert system, right?
Yeah.
That could be
Oh,
pretty
I like
pretty
that.
interesting, right?
Absolutely.
You could
And
go neighborhood by neighborhood
Definitely.
and get distribution.
Right.
Absolutely, and especially neighborhoods like 55 and older communities, or any neighborhood, for example. It would just be amazing to have that alert system and to perhaps save a life.
Well, in my neighborhood, we have it's called a neighborhood watch
Association,
You know,
those are
it's
good.
kind of a situation. So they I don't know how it all works, but I know there's some notification process, or you know, they have regular meetings. But this would be a good way, you know, to have, you know, systems in place for kind of these emergency situations, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like it can happen fairly quickly, especially if you preloaded a picture of your dog that maybe, you know, dug and went under your fence.
Exactly.
It's already pre-approved. You notify Authentic Alert, and then they right away send it out to those people, and it could be, you know, somebody who has that app finds your pet quickly.
Absolutely.
Quickly
Absolutely.
is the cue there, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And
yeah.
actually, if it's already been pre-approved, you can send it yourself. You can send the alert out yourself.
Right.
And the
Oh, so
other
it
really
takes away a step, which
absolutely,
is nice, faster.
Absolutely, there you go. And the other really nice part about that is there are rewards affiliated with any good deed that is done by a fellow citizen. So for example, the pet is found, and there's a reward. So the
Nice.
reward will be given to the person finding the pet, or the child, or the elderly person, or whoever, and it's all through Google or Apple. There is no exchange of funds through another source. It's all done very professionally and very legally, so there is no worry about that.
Okay. So Antoinette, this app is being built as we speak.
Correct.
When will it be finished and ready for like a beta test or you know, testing with the public?
Right. We're looking at a beta test date of November 1st.
Okay, so in a few months.
In a few months,
Okay,
correct.
right.
Yes,
And-
definitely.
And everything's in place in terms of getting that test at that point? It's all being developed? You got all the developers working on it?
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
have the developers working. It's a wonderful team, a very high-end team that are working on it. And in fact, we're also very aware that there are a lot of people in the world, millions of users that have visual hearing impairments.
Right.
So we're also working with a team from Harvard and MIT that are expert on beta testing voiceover and talkback features on mobile devices.
Okay.
So we have
Fantastic.
all
Oh,
of
that's
those
very nice.
folks in line. So
Okay, so
we're-
StatAlert is one part of it. What are some of the other apps within it? You
Okay,
had
this-
mentioned a consumer one.
Correct.
And the celebrity one. Let's hear about that too.
Okay, all right, great. So the consumer alert is a very interesting alert because, as we all know, we like to get deals and different things as consumers. So let's say, for example, we're driving by and we're within a 5-mile radius of a Starbucks.
Okay.
Starbucks can send an alert out and say, well, the next 10 customers that come in will be able to receive a certain discount on, let's say, one of their products that's about to expire, and with a purchase of a coffee. So you can actually, on our alert system, place an order, reserve that item, pay for it through your Google or Apple account, walk into the Starbucks, and you will receive that item.
Oh, I like that.
Very nice.
Yes,
That's efficient, isn't it?
it is very efficient. And as far as other consumer alerts, recalls are a very serious issue, as we all know. Items, contaminated food items,
Sure.
toys that are dangerous for children, auto parts that are defective, automobile companies, large companies such as Toys R Us, Costco's, Walmart, they'll be able to send out alerts notifying consumers that there is a defect right away.
Fantastic.
You don't need to hear about it on Facebook or Twitter or on the news weeks later. you
Right.
know?
Now, if I take the Authentic Alert and say I don't want to turn on the consumer part, can I choose which one of those I would like to be active?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
We're going to have a directory of a whole list of all of the stores,
Okay.
corporations, retail, anyone that you can imagine is going to be in a directory. you have complete control. How many alerts do you want to get? When you want to get them, it's all up to the
So
consumer.
I can choose the stores that I shop at, and maybe I do want to hear from them because that's where I shop most of the time, but then there's other ones I never go to, so I just won't turn those on, right?
Exactly, and you can turn them on or off at any time.
Yeah.
Nothing is permanent. You can do that at your will.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Now tell me about the celebrity one then.
Well, the celebrity alert is very interesting because, as we know, celebrities have agents that do a lot of their posting on Twitter and Facebook.
Social media,
Sure.
somebody else
Social
can be
media,
doing, yeah.
right. So with the celebrity alert, the celebrity will be able to seamlessly get funding for their favorite charities. They will be able to announce different things that are going on in their life.
Okay, how will they get the money for their charities? Explain that to me.
Okay, the way they will get their money is, let's say they send out an alert and they would like to perhaps communicate or get a reply from some fans. So if a fan sees that alert has been sent out from a celebrity, and they'd say, "Oh, wow, that's really cool. I'd like to make a comment," or some for whatever reason. So they can hit the reply button, send a comment, but they will know, they will be alerted on the phone that there will be a certain amount that will go to the charity.
Okay.
So for example, if Tom Hanks is sitting on the beach and he just wants to send out a cute photo of his puppy, or something like that. I don't know if he has a puppy or not, right? So that's just an example. So, and somebody will say, "Oh, I have a puppy just like that," and they will want to reply. Now, Tom Hanks can say, "All right, well, I will accept the reply, but this person will, from a Google or Apple account, will donate a certain amount
or something.
Right, exactly.
As a fundraiser.
As a fundraiser, and it can be any amount that the celebrity would like to set up.
I see.
And they will get automatically, the charity will get the funds automatically.
Fantastic. I have a question. So I like the celebrity angle. That's fantastic, because celebrities, they get so many opportunities. They have lots of lists too.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
But going back to the entire alert download itself.
Correct.
When you go to your mobile phone and you go in the app section, are there any other alert products that are similar to this? Or I'm just trying to get an idea. I've never heard of this kind of a thing before, like Authentic Alert. Or is this kind of a first of its kind?
Oh no, this is the first of its kind.
Yeah, I didn't.
This is the
no
first of its kind.
competition.
It's a one-stop shopping alert system.
Okay.
With many facets, different angles to it. There are multiple functionalities, and the beauty of it is this is only about 50% of what the entire alert system will do ultimately.
Okay.
Because we're working on version 1 currently. We'll be working on version 2 and version 3 down the road. So this is just a version 1. It's a basic, and then versions 2 and versions 3 will be coming out in the near future.
Right.
So
well, you get the first ones running, right?
Exactly, and there will
Kevin?
be beta testing.
Because you do the testing, work out the
Right.
kinks before you launch the other ones.
Sure.
So that's very interesting.
Yes, we're very
Yeah.
excited about it, especially the StatAlerts. Just to help citizens. It's sad to see posters up of a lost dog, and the owners are frantic. They're running around.
Oh, yeah.
Another really nice feature that we're going to implement is rescue. For the rescue shelters, let's say someone is looking to adopt or rescue a dog or a cat.
Okay.
They can contact their local rescue, and they will be alerted on their mobile or their mobile device that we have just gotten in a certain breed or a certain animal or a certain dog, and that person will get the alert on their app, and they will be able to go and see the if they want to adopt this particular dog or cat. It's going to be designed to provide specific information. Let's say somebody wants to look at a home. Real estate agencies will be able to send alerts to that person within the radius that they're looking to buy or rent a home.
Very nice.
And it's just, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, so there's a lot of applications within the app.
What I like,
Yes.
I think if you can utilize the app to be able to send it off to your friends and neighbors, because if you're going to be alerted to something missing, you got to have enough people out there to know to be looking, right?
Exactly.
So there's almost like a built-in viral aspect of wanting to tell other people about the alert, which is nice because it's a kind of thing people will share with other people.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. And the beauty of that is there are going to be literally thousands of entry points.
Right.
So somebody may want it for one reason, somebody may want it for the stat, someone may want it for the consumer, for the deals, someone may want it to interact with celebrities. It's just endless. I mean, there are literally thousands of entry points. So that's why it will go viral, because there's so many different aspects to it.
How did you get involved in this business?
Yeah.
It's a great product. I love it.
It is. Well, I have a background in communications and also work that I've done with Harvard.
Yes.
And so I enjoy anything innovative that has to do with IT, cutting edge.
And communication, right?
Yes, and let's face it, today's world is so, we want instant gratification, instant results. And what a better time to come up with such an application to provide alerts that can enhance people's lives and whatever they're looking for, whatever they're looking to do.
Hey, sometimes that Starbucks at the right moment is very important, right? The right moment. But of course, finding the dog is very important too.
I like the good deal alert side of this.
I was thinking that too.
Get a discount at Neiman Marcus. How about that, right?
I like that. I like that.
Exactly.
All right, so Kevin, we just have a couple minutes. Let's brainstorm about. They have to do the beta testing.
Yes.
So let's see what else we can help them with to really get this launched and out there. Maybe there's some little piece they're not thinking of that your wonderful brain has.
Well, I'm launching a mobile app right now in an unrelated area, but I've dealt with, there's a number of agencies that specialize in getting downloads of mobile apps. And you can go to an agency and tell them I need 100,000 by such and such a date, and they can guarantee that they'll get that many for X price. And sometimes it's not so expensive. So
and you have those connections.
I'd be happy to share some of my thoughts with you, because I'm launching a mobile app right now, as I mentioned, and it's a sophisticated industry that you got to pay to play, but if there's a budget there, you could get to $1 million within a reasonable period of time at a budget that might be affordable. So, but once you get it out there, this is a great publicity kind of a product, because there's a benefit to the community. And I was kind of teasing when I said I like to see the good deal app from getting discounts at the stores. Right. It's really there's a benefit to the community from losing a pet to a wandering grandparent or something like that. Yes. So from that standpoint, there's a social aspect to this that the newspapers, that the TV stations are going to want to talk about. So you want to get a good publicity agent. I'm sure you'll be doing that to get on a lot of talk shows.
Yes, well, we would appreciate any advice.
I like that. That was like a little light bulb for me. The idea that
definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
so actually, what we have to do is we have to get a celebrity to lose their pet.
Well, I'm going to say
we got two in one shot there.
You need a case study, and something where the alert, you got to go in and show where the alert worked, and almost like the news cameras are following you as you're executing the search, and it works. So
now now I don't have a lot of apps, so I'll ask this for for real interest. Okay. How do people get to know about different apps? How is that going to be an internet thing? Like, oh yes, go get this app. How do we spread the word that I know about this app?
You see it on the news, and they tell you go to your phone, go to the app, part of iTunes, and download it for free. This is a free download, right?
Absolutely.
It costs you nothing to download the app. It's very simple to download the app. You just punch in, download, and it's there. And all of a sudden, that benefit is great, but now you're also going to want to share it with your top 10 friends and neighbors. This was one of the key things.
So you have to get somebody who loves it, and then they tell somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody, and of course, if you put it on Facebook, then your 500 best friends know about it. So that's the way, right? Kind of the social media thing.
Yes. Have you figured out how you're going to monetize this business now? Because it's a free,
the app's free.
It's
how
a
you
free
make
download.
money?
So where's the monetization?
Well, there is going to be small fees. Let's say someone wants to send out an alert for a missing pet. It's a small fee.
I got you.
It could be anywhere from $4 to perhaps $5 or $6. Within a certain radius.
Gotcha.
So it's a very small fee.
Okay.
And then the corporations and retail stores
Right.
will be paying a annual fee
Okay.
to have it, but for their benefit, they're going to be able to advertise their store. They're going to be able to get so much out of this because
Sure.
they can send out deals,
Absolutely.
and so they're going to benefit tremendously. So it's a win-win for the consumer, it's a win-win for retail, for corporations, it's a win-win for everyone.
Fantastic.
So,
I
and
love
I would
it.
just like to add one more thing.
Yeah.
The privacy is huge with our application. If, for example, if Vonabelle sent out an ad or a notification or an alert
Yeah.
that her dog is missing, let's say she did it 10 times, okay, for an example, she will not be receiving any advertisements from dog food companies or anything like that. We do not track anyone's activities. We do
That's
not
important.
know what you're doing. Our main goal is to provide a benefit and something that's going to benefit your life,
Yeah.
not to track you and then to
That's
sell
really
something to
important
you.
because how many
Fantastic.
times have you done something and then you get an ad and you're like, why are they sending me this?
Yeah.
Right.
And somebody tracked you. So
Yeah.
that's a nice. I
And
like
just
that.
Make
Thank
sure you don't lose your dog 10 times, please.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
Yeah,
That was
that's so
just an
true.
example.
So true. Thank you
Okay.
so much. This was great information. I do think it's a great app. Has a lot of different applications, and I think it will benefit people. And of course, you had advice from the pro. Of course, he gave you a lot of things to think about, and I think he
Yes.
gave you a couple of really key things. So thank you,
Absolutely.
Kevin, for
Absolutely.
that.
Great to meet you, Antoinette.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
being on our show.
And thank you for being here on Game Plan. We hope you'll tune in for our next episode when we take the entrepreneur and match them with our pros so that they can bring their businesses to the next level. Innisbrook is part of the Salamander Golf and Spa Resort family. Let's take a look at what folks can enjoy when they visit. We want to thank the Innisbrook Resort for hosting us today. We had a great time